Hey, what's up, Joe Joe in the morning? Hope everybody's having a really, really good day. Really excited about excited about everything. I want to answer a question that a lot of people ask, and a lot of times when you're traveling, so many people ask me this. They say, "Man, so many people that we've known over the years have had dreams, ambition, goals, prophetic words, and they don't accomplish them." Recently in prayer, the Lord gave me just this one word: stay the course. So I said, okay, I'm going to stay the course. I wrote down all my dreams, and the Lord said, talk about it, teach on it, teach people to stay the course. What happens is God gives you a prophetic word. This is when He gives it to you. This is the end result. It's a straight shot. Most people go like this, back up, back around. Nobody hardly ever goes straight to it. Children of Israel, 3-day journey from Egypt, the promised land, 12-day journey when you have ladies and kids and livestock and everything, 40 years when they didn't stay the course, okay? Hey, if it's a little loud, I've got a house full of people here. If you hear something kind of crazy, we got 2 people in our neighborhood, okay? They don't drive cars, they fly helicopters. One of them just fired up right in front of me. You may hear it. I'm watching it. I'm trying to stay focused on the video while I'm watching him crank up his helicopter. One just flew over our house. Got 2 people in the neighborhood. And so, hey, love my neighborhood. So the thing about people is a lot of people don't stay the course. How many times have you seen people want a prophetic word at a conference and you know they didn't do the last 5 prophetic words that they got? People don't stay the course. And that's why a lot of people are hindered in life, because they don't move forward with the things of God. They get the prophetic word when the anointing's strong in the service or at a house meeting and it's really good. But then when the work comes into it, they don't move forward in it. Like, I remember a guy told me one time, he said, man, God gave me an idea for a business and I was going to have hundreds of employees. He said, I started the business. A few months into it, I didn't like it. I was literally doing all of the work. But I stayed with it because God gave it to me. And then years later, we had 40 employees, 50 employees, 75 employees, 100, 150, 200, 250. And it just kept growing. Well, what it is when you get a word, you have to move forward in the word. Okay? It's not going to be overnight. When you build a ministry, a business, a marriage, a family, it's not going to be like a movie. The movie's, hour and 45 minutes. It's not going to happen that fast. One day I was watching a movie, and for fun, I told my wife and kids, I said, I'm going to watch this. From the last part of the most wretched thing that happened to this poor damsel in distress, it was only 7 minutes and 30 seconds before the prince rescued her and married her. Only 7 minutes and 30 seconds to her life looked like it was over. That's the movies. Okay? That's the movies. Stay the course. Psalms 119, 1 through 8. You're blessed when you stay the course. That's what the word says. You're blessed when you stay the course. Walk steadily on the road revealed by God. You're blessed when you follow His directions, doing your best to find Him, doing your very best. It didn't say you have to be perfect at all times. It says doing your best. Then it says, that's right, you don't go off on your own. You walk straight along the road that He set for you. You, God, prescribe the right way to live. Now you expect us to live it. Oh, that my steps might be steady, keeping the course that you set, then I would never have any regrets in comparing my life with your counsel. So many times people have prophetic words, it's almost like haunting them because they don't fully step into what God has for them. Don't ever let that be you. I thank you for speaking straight from your heart. I learned the pattern of your righteous ways. I'm going to do what you tell me to do. Don't ever walk off and leave me. Stay the course. Stay the course, friends. Recently, in a time of prayer, the Lord spoke to me real strongly and said, they're going to experience my glory. They're going to experience my kingdom. And the Lord spoke that to me, and it was like a little bit of a little kind of, I felt like they're going to experience. I want them to be part of the ones bringing the kingdom and the glory, not the ones sitting back thinking, man, I gave up too soon. Man, I wish I would have done that. But it happens all the time. People, they are moving in a direction and they stop. I had a friend tell me one time, he said, hey man, God called me to plant a church, told me the type of church it was, everything. I was like, man, go for it, bro, go for it. He kind of started, hit some road bumps, bumped heads with the city and some religious people. He didn't do it. Well, about 2 years later, somebody else came in who, they were awesome, but they weren't as gifted in like administration and speaking as this other guy. But they came in and they plowed through it. Has a successful church. This guy's like, man, he's doing what I was called to do. I actually would mentor this guy. And now he's like doing everything in my city I was trying to do. And I said, but he did it. Remember one time a guy came to me in Texas County. He was so mad at me, so mad at me. I said, bro, I don't know you that well. Why are you so mad at me? He said, I can't stand you. I said, why? I don't even know you. He said, every time I open social media, there you are. I said, oh, that ain't changing unless you block me and hide me. He said, you know why I'm so mad at you? I can't stand you. I said, yeah, please tell me. I'd love to know. He said, because everything you're doing, God told me to do. And I just said, I'll get around. I didn't say no. I said, I'll get around to it. And then here you come. See, the thing about it is that we have to understand is when God gives you something, it's a prophetic declaration. It is a mandate. It is not an option. And when God says move on it, if you write it on a sticky note and say, I'll get to it later, that's not it. I remember one time God gave me an urgent prophetic word to write, and I was kind of typing it out for about 10 years. I was kind of writing it, typing it. I'll get to it tomorrow. I typed a little bit on it. I'll finish it the next day. It was published by Charisma in the magazine. I mean, on the virtual side of the magazine. Like verbatim, what the Lord told me to write was in there, but I wasn't the author. I said, I got you, Lord. I did not stay the course on the urgent prophetic word that you needed out. And then one of my dear friends who wrote the word messaged me and said, quick question, were you supposed to write that word? I said, yeah, I was. They said, I thought you were, but thank you for not, because that thing has went viral. And they were joking with me, okay? And I said, yeah, I got you, but that won't ever happen again. I'm going to stay the course. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. So hope this is encouraging, man. Stay the course. My wife says this, the most miserable people on planet Earth are the ones watching other people do what they were called to do. The most miserable people on planet Earth are the people. One time she said sitting in church, watching other people in the church do what they were called to do. I heard Bishop T.D. Jakes say one time, the best singers in a church are not the ones singing. A lot of times the people speaking are not the best speakers. I remember we were in church one time, and I was in a church with some preachers, y'all. Preachers, you know, them old school Pentecostal preachers. They preach the paint right off the wall, them preachers. And there's this young guy. My wife said, he's the best preacher in the church. I said, oh yeah, he can preach better than me. She said, yeah. He can preach. And he's sitting over there because he's disqualified himself over and over and over and over, and would get going and get off the track, get going. And some of these other guys that would preach, they were good ministers, but not like this guy. But they were rock solid, steady in their marriage, steady in parenting. They got businesses, they stay steady, they stayed the course. Sometimes it's not the most gifted, sometimes it's not the most talented. It is the ones that simply will stay the course. That's a word right there. Stay the course. Well, hey, you know how it is. If you want prayer, go to the website, joejodawson.net, go to the contact button, hit it. Send me a prayer request, not a book, one paragraph. If you want to know more information about our health coaching business, we have a health and wellness business. That's what all those were. We've won some awards. That don't mean anything to me, but it's cool. Or if you want to entrepreneur your own business, a lot of people need to entrepreneur their own business. We will help you if you're called. Make sure you pray about it. If you're led to start your own health coaching business, my wife and I will be your coach and help you launch it. Message me. Also on the website, you can message me. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with me. And tomorrow morning is going to be really good. Okay. Love y'all.